What's up, everybody? Welcome to another KCSN defensive film breakdown. Normally, we have our good buddy Mike DeVito here, but he was not able to join us this week. So instead, I have a Chiefs legend, a guy who I could list all his accomplishments, but we don't have all night. So, Derrick Johnson, DJ, how are we doing this week? How'd you feel the defense played this week?
They played exciting energy. I mean, they were all over the field, man. I was felt like a proud dad out there. I'm like, I'm not that old, but I'm just looking on because I went to the game and to see those guys run around and fly around and make plays. It was very exciting.
Yeah, so it's Raider week. That's a big deal, and you've kind of seen it from both sides of the coin there. But obviously, retiring a Chief, everybody remembers you as a Chief. Do you get up a little bit more, even now, right now, when you're seeing those games? You just feel the energy a little bit more on weeks like that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Radio week is just different,
Yeah.
and you may say, oh, it's not, what it was in the past with the tradition with the olds in the '70s and '80s. But I tell you what, Radio week, it's Radio week because I mean the blood gets flowing, the blood gets boiling, and you can tell the Chiefs were ready to prove something on Sunday night, and they really had a great showing. It was kind of like they got the swagger back, so it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was. All right, we're gonna dive into some defensive tape, watch a few clips here, let DJ kind of break it down for you in the best way that we know possible. So we are going to start here with a series of plays, and these are 3 plays in a row. It's a set of downs just to kind of showcase what the Chiefs did fairly regularly throughout the night against the Raiders. This is on first down. The Chiefs are currently protecting a 3-point lead in the middle of the first half. And what you're going to see on this play is it's a fairly standard run, but you're going to see Derrick Nottie kind of reset a little bit against the left guard pulling across. It's a power run, and you get to see both Anthony Hitchens and Willie Gay kind of slipping in the backfield to make some of these blocks. Just a really good play overall by the entire front here, DJ.
Absolutely, absolutely. This gets me smiling, man. I tell you what, it's good footwork by all the linebackers right here. I tell you what, he's the key in this because if he gets pushed all the way across the line, that hole opens up like the highway. And I tell you what, it's harder to tackle these running backs when you have a big hole like that. So these linemen and DeVito, if DeVito was on it, he'll let you know you have
Yeah.
to fight against pressure. This is what Nadi's doing. It's now he knows the block. He's going to fight against pressure to squeeze that hole to make it smaller for the linebackers. And you see Willie Gay coming up in there and give him a little kiss in the face.
Yeah, little kiss in the face there. And, I mean, shout out to Anthony Hitchens for stacking the pulling guard in the gap. Nick Bolton for stacking the fullback. I mean, they reduce that gap as well and allow Willie Gay to kind of get over there. Just everybody doing their job on first down here.
Yeah, absolutely, and I have to point out Hitchens on this play. I mean, for him to come downhill and just to for this pulling guard and to see it right now because he's actually the first person who sees it. He's a veteran, so he
Mhm.
has 2 young guys, the first year guy to the right of him and a second year guy to the left of him. But you see who reacts the fastest, and that's Hitchens, knowing that he's been in this
Yeah.
game long enough to know what's coming, and when he gets full flood action like this, when the 2 backs are going to the weak gap, he has to get over there and box. Both of these guys are boxing this ball back to 50, and 50 make the play. This is ideal right here. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, and you can see him. You're triggering on this so quick here. He's first guy down, like DJ said. Just just a great job on first down and sets up this play on second down. And it is a run play, but I wanted to highlight it from the sideline view first before we get into the end zone view, just to see how close this was to being an explosive run. I think everybody remembers this from the game. This is a play Melvin Ingram just absolutely blows it up in the backfield. But a good play call here with some guys out in traffic here where you've got a pulling tackle out here on L'Jarius Sneed and this safety and these chasing linebackers. If this running back's able to get out here, there's room to run on this particular play. But if we watch it here, when we go to the end zone view, you can see against 13 personnel, Melvin Ingram, 24 on the left side of your screen, is able to walk this back,
Oh man,
blow it up, and
this is.
smash the running back in the
You know what?
backfield
You
here.
know what? Guys like this, and during the game, you give them attaboy. You tell them right then and there, right after this play, you say, "Hey, man, great job. Keep doing that. Keep it," because it clears up everything for the linebackers playing behind that. I mean, and the linebackers are Hitchens does a good job by getting over the top and Nick getting over top. But I tell you what, man, if he doesn't blow this thing up, this guy has some room to get on the outside and outflank these linebackers. But I tell you what, man, that's just being strong, being a veteran, knowing that hey, he slipped inside and then he felt like, oh man, I'm about to get hooked, and he pushed this guy upfield. Penetration always kills the run game. If you can't do nothing else as a defensive lineman, defensive tackles, and defensive end, if you can penetrate, get upfield, and make it hard for this running back to pick a hole, man, this is a linebacker's dream to play behind this.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, like those guys are able to run free in that, and you can obviously see there that they've got blockers out in space. Like they really do here. It's a good play call. When you make one of those, DJ, like when it's a play call that's like that kind of gets in front of you guys a little bit, and you have that individual, like you said, that attaboy immediately. Obviously, you've made a number of plays like that where you've kind of been able to get that penetration, blow it up in the backfield, not necessarily single-handedly blowing the play up, but making the difference in what would have been a bigger play. Like when you guys are in the film room that week, is this one of those things that you just show again and again and again and just really give kudos to the guy who made that play?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And he may not even get the tackle for this play just because, but he blew it up. And I tell you what, if you're a football player, you know right then and there, you say, man, this is cheap football right here. You show this in front of the team meeting room on the next day when y'all get back, when y'all watching film, and say, hey, this is what kind of plays we need. I always tell people, this is the ultimate team game. So you need guys to make those individual plays like that, so everybody else can at times help us out, because football's never perfect. So certain things happen in the game where you say, man, I'm in a bad position, but you know what? Ingram, he killed you right there. That's having 11 guys on the field winning their one-on-one matchups.
Yeah. So that leads, because of that play right there, that leads to this third down. So now it's third and long due to good run defense on first and second down. Going to show the wide view first and going to show the end zone view again. Chiefs are going to rotate into a cover two robber look. You're going to see Dan Sorensen's already bailing to the deep half. Juan Thornhill is going to scoot over, and Tyrann Mathieu is going to fill the high hole here and does an excellent job. You can see Tyrann Mathieu in the middle of the field, in the middle of the Raiders logo here. You got a dig coming across and a post coming over the top of it, and he's able to cut this dig and still be able to wall that post off to pass it to the safety. Derek Carr wants to go there to the middle of the field, and he wants to go there pretty quick, and he's not really able to. DJ, as a Mike linebacker, you were asked to kind of run the pole, especially on some of these cover two looks. How hard is that to kind of feel that backside route? It's obviously a natural thing, like we talked about a couple weeks ago with Willie Gay Jr. How hard is it to feel some of that vertical stuff when you're trying to gain depth like that and you have to open your hips in that way?
It's probably that's a great question. It's probably one of the harder coverages to run. To be in that position, the guy that's running the middle hole. Sometimes you don't get a lot of action right there but if you're not in good position, they're going to hit that. So for you to be able to be in position to prevent certain throws, sometimes it's not all about interceptions, and it's not all about getting a pass breakup. It's about saying, hey, I'm in the window, don't throw the ball, and the quarterback says, oh no, he gets that hiccup, and then here comes the rush to go hit him. So I tell you what, man, Matthews has been doing this for a long time, and I love when they play cover two, because he has, again, we said this last week, in order to play really good defense, you got to have great eyes, and that's the linebacker position that he's playing. So he can play all over the field, and to be to be in that position, man. You got to be patient to be in that position. You really have to be patient and know your assignment and trust the other guys around you. And he's doing a great job at that.
Yeah, absolutely. Which leads to the way that the pass rush developed here, and I want to try and time this perfectly so you can kind of see right here. You've got a true zero tech lined up, head up over the center. You got two wide rushers here, Chris Jones on the left, Frank Clark on the right, and you've got Melvin Ingram kind of stalking the line of scrimmage, standing up. He was kind of lined up as more of a stand-up one tech to the right, and he moves over the top of the zero tech here. You got Tyrann Mathieu skulking near the line of scrimmage. How difficult is this? You know, you've presented, I'm sure, these looks to offenses before, but how difficult is this for an offensive line to kind of know where, you're messing with protections here, because this is right before the snap, and you're going to see that these guys have to make adjustments, have to switch on the fly. Just a difficult ask for the offensive line to have to try and read where all these rushers are coming from immediately after that.
Absolutely. This is what you call just kind of a muddle huddle, and you get up in there and you don't you as a defense, you know exactly what's about to happen, but the offense doesn't. That's the great thing about playing defense, especially on third down, and having those guys. We're just in there. No, we know that when this ball snaps, and when that you're looking at that play clock, when that play clock get down to 10, 9, 8, when they get down, now you start moving to your positions. So now the offensive linemen are saying, okay, I got this guy, get this guy. And then when you say hut and y'all go either way, man, that's lovely right there. I love seeing that. And all it does is put indecision in the quarterback. If you can make the quarterback uncomfortable and make him make a split decision, like, oh no, I shouldn't have did that, or let me think about this. You got him. And right here, this was this was a great job, man.
Yeah. So I want to highlight here on top of that, what you've got by the Raiders here, you've actually got the slot defender coming to chip Frank Clark because of this wide alignment. You can see him chipping right there. You've got the running back with his eyes looking for the blitzer here and working across, and he's going to try and chip Chris Jones on the outside. So this ends up being a four-man rush, but the Raiders allocate 7 guys to it in some way, shape, or form with the chips here. And the Chiefs are able to get home on the interior because they're having to chip Frank Clark, Chris Jones, obviously the two massive threats on the Chiefs defensive line. But yeah, go ahead, DJ.
And you know what? When you're saying that they're taking up all those blockers for the Raiders to block those 4 guys, there's less people going out for a route. So that's less receivers that Derek Carr is trying to see. And this is why you do it. This is why you do it. They have to stay in to see what's going on, because we may bring everybody. We don't know. I mean, there is a play, I'm sure, in Spag's defense that says, hey, let's muddle up like that, but let's all come, So it's one of those things where it's a gamble, but I love doing this. But at the same time, you got to have great eyes. When you pop out like they're doing, they're reading their keys, and Matthews does a great job at preventing the throw in the middle of the field.
Yeah, just a 3-play stretch there near the beginning of the game when it was a tight game. Chiefs defense executes really well all around. Great individual performance by Melvin Ingram on second down, but a great job Chiefs defense as a whole here. I'm going to move on to a play that I know that DJ is going to love here next. And I want you guys to watch the 1 tech, and I want you guys to watch the 3 tech when you watch this play. Both these guys are going to get combo blocked. Actually, Jaron Reed as the 1 tech is going to get double teamed here. You can see the different ways to diagnose these combo blocks and these doubles, and how it gets both of these linebackers at the second level free here. So we're just going to play it fast. And those guys are able to knife through these gaps clean, not having to worry about blockers climb to them. Chris Jones does an excellent job there, but a good job overall on the front, plugging the gaps, staying gap sound, and working off of what the defensive line is presenting you as a linebacker.
Absolutely. When you have a 1 tech and you have a 3 technique, they're going to get double team a lot. And if they're really good, they're gonna get a lot more attention at times, like they're doing right now. But I tell you what, having linebackers like we have in Nick and Willie, for them guys, they're young guys that can really move in the box and stay square at the same time, because it's good for linebackers, especially inside linebackers, staying square is really good, just so you can get downhill and make plays on the left side of the ball and the right side of the ball, not getting your shoulders turned, so you'll be out of position. And these guys do a great job coming downhill, just not wasting any time, not waiting for the lineman to come block them. They're not waiting for them. They're just saying, hey, we're coming downhill. If you're late, we're coming in, because those guys are on the 3 technique and 1 technique hard. But I got to give props. The harder play is that 1 technique has both of those, that center and that guard pushing on him, and he has to anchor in. I've never done it, but that's hard work right there.
Yeah, I mean, and he's really holding his own. Like, you see a lot of guys that catch that double and get blown off the line of scrimmage, and it's understandable. Two big old strong offensive linemen blowing you off the ball. But Chris Jones here as the 3 tech, just tossing aside the guard here, and Willie Gay playing fast, like you said, playing fast, staying square, able to get downhill, allows this play to be made because he's able to slip that block.
And another thing I can add to this, it's not a lot of people in the box, so for those guys up front to get downhill and make the tackle before safeties and everybody gets involved, that lets you know that the linebackers are moving fast and they know what's going on. This is good play. This is a plus in the film.
Yeah, it absolutely is. You got an attached tight end and 2 condensed wide receivers there, and your box is still pretty light there. I mean, all things considered. So, yeah, heck of a play there. Good job of the defensive line. Good job by the linebackers. All right, we got another one here, and this one was the one that kind of iced the game for the Kansas City Chiefs. This is the Dan Sorensen interception. Came up with a great play here. You can once again see the Chiefs are in a little bit of this 2-robber role again. Tyrann Mathieu, again, in the middle of the field, is going to drop out and take some of this away. But just a good job of getting pressure on the front and then keeping your eyes in the backfield as a safety to try and pinpoint this ball. We've seen time and time again, quarterbacks just kind of chucking it up, trying to throw it to space, live to fight another day. This is a good job by the safeties, keeping their eyes in the backfield, going up and making a play when they absolutely needed it. Tide-turning play here.
Yeah, absolutely. And Dan's a veteran. I played with Dan. So you talk about a gutsy guy. You talk about somebody that's that knows the system inside and out, has played in different systems, and playing that cover 2 for him, having the whole half of one side of the field, for him to cover that like a blanket. And when the ball's up in the air, not waiting to say, all right, you go get it or you go get it. It's like, no. I'm gonna go make the play. And he jumps up there and gets that interception. That's a gift from God.
Yeah.
That's those are one of those things where DBs, they always talk about, hey, when the ball's up in the air, go get the ball. I don't care if it's a gimme interception or what. In a stat book, it says interception, and that's a big play for your defense.
Absolutely. And Juan Thornhill was mic'd up, and he said he didn't see Dan Sorensen coming out there, and Dan just came and attacked him. Those guys were giving him a little crap, saying, oh, you got mossed by Dan. You got mossed by Dan. So, that's a good play. But
you know what? That's Dirty Dan. Dirty Dan's going to get in there, and if there's a play to be made, he's definitely going to have this. He has the sense of urgency to go make it.
Yeah. And it happened up front on this play. The reason that Derek Carr is throwing this prayer up in the middle of the field is because a good overall pressure. Jaron Reed is the one who actually gets credit for this pressure. He does an excellent job on this play. But this also happens because of Chris Jones and Melvin Ingram. Chris Jones on the right side is the 3-tech, Melvin Ingram as your right defensive end. And both of these guys just win their matchups so well here. Chris Jones getting a double team, is able to get underneath, and Melvin Ingram kind of like a hump move on the outside to get back underneath. Derek Carr is panicked on this play because he's got Chris Jones at this point coming down the pipe. He's got Melvin Ingram working his way underneath. and then he's got Jaron Reed turning the corner on his right guard. That's 3 guys that are winning their matchup on this play, forcing Derek Carr to kind of panic a little bit and get a little bit out of rhythm, throw a pass that he probably shouldn't have thrown here.
You know what? You don't see this much, but every single guy that was rushing beat their guy. That's big time. That's when you go in the film room and you tell Spag, you say, "Hey, coach, we don't need to blitz. Let's send 4 at them and let's cover them with 7 in the back end." And when you can do that, I was around Justin Houston and Tamba Ali. So these guys are rushing, and you see right here, this is a planned deal right here. I'll tell you what, for Melgrim or Ingram to come underneath like he did to hit him with the power, and then for the left side to actually run the hoop, run some kind of speed rush on the outside. Man, this was poetry in motion. And then you have the beast in 95 beating 2 people. I mean, this is for the guys in the back end playing coverage. This is easy right here.
Yeah, when you can rush 4 and have that many guys in coverage, it makes life real easy on you, I'm sure. And this is a well-coached offensive lineman. This is Tom Cable. This is a guy that's been around for a long time. I mean, you got to play against some of his offensive lines, DJ. You got to play against Derek Carr. I mean, you know Derek Carr, smart guy, doesn't make these kind of mistakes off the last couple of years, cleaned it up, gotten a little bit more vertical. I mean, it's good to see them affecting the passer in such a way to see mistakes like this occurring more often. I mean, it just means that you're doing a really good job as a defensive coordinator and executing as a player when you force the offense to make plays like this.
Yeah, when you got a quarterback throwing off his back leg, going down to the ground, this is not a good look. This is not a good look. This is mean, okay, guys, we're throwing it up. Somebody go catch this interception. This is not the position you want your quarterback to be in. The linemen on this play, all the linemen of the Raiders get a negative on this play. This is not good.
All right. Well, that will do it for this week. We'll end on Dirty Dan's killer interception here, helping get the Chiefs a victory over the Raiders. DJ, my man, thank you so much for joining us once again. We'll come back. We'll start doing this some more. We'll get going and talk about the defense every week. Really appreciate you coming on with me.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah. All right. Stay tuned, subscribe to the KCSN YouTube page, and stay locked in right here for more of this, more podcasts, more everything Chiefs, and we'll catch you guys later.